Hey y'all, it's Sierra from CC Explains It All, and today I wanted to do a pretty brief feminine hygiene video. So this is one where I just want to pretty much let you know how to give you all these tips on how to keep your vagina healthy, happy, smelling great, tasting great, all of the above. So if you're interested to hear my tips, please stay tuned. And also, if you're not already, please make sure you hit that button and subscribe to my channel and hit the bell for notifications so you can make sure you get notified every time I post. And I'm definitely trying to post consistently these days. Also, make sure you hit the thumbs up on my video. You can do it now or you can do it later to make sure, you know, okay, let's see if I like this video or not, but I'm pretty sure you are. So if you're here, you're gonna love it. So if I'm looking down, it's because I wrote personal notes per usual, like in my other videos. But yeah, I wrote my own notes and I'm gonna be looking down to refer to those. So my first tip is drink a lot of water and natural fruit juices, and that all falls in the same category. Eat fruit, eat leafy greens, things like that. So when I say drink water, that's the obvious. You want to flush your system out, flush any excess acid you may have in your body. So yeah, just drink water, stay hydrated. That'll also translate into lubrication, all of the above. So just stay hydrated with water. Make sure it's good, pure, natural, clean water. And then when I say fruit juices, the top ones would be, I'm sure you have heard of the pineapple juice. It is true. Drink pineapple juice and raw, like real cranberry juice. That's the top juices that I recommend when it comes to vaginal health and overall health. So pineapple juice is, make sure that it just says it's no added sugars, and you want to make sure it's just as natural as possible. It's best to juice your own pineapples, but if you're on the go, I understand you can buy pineapple juice, but make sure it has no added sugar. Same with cranberry juice. You want to make sure it has no added sugar, no high fructose corn syrup, nothing crazy like that. And for the cranberries, a little more rules to that. So the cranberry juice, when you get the raw real cranberry juice, it usually comes in like a small little jar like this, and it's kind of expensive. They could be like $6, $7, $8, $9 for that little jar, but it's really potent. It's really good for you. Cranberry juice will make you smell and taste great, and it also will help, it can also help cure and prevent urinary tract infections. It helps to purify your kidneys. It makes your urine smell better, all of that. It just flushes out the whole bladder, urethra, vaginal area. And so that brings me to my next, and also, when I said green leafy vegetables, you want to do that because green leafy vegetables, they are high in chlorophyll, and chlorophyll acts as a deodorant. So it like removes odors from the body, and it works internally on the way out. I'm sorry if you hear yelling in the background. It's my little 2-year-old niece. Her voice carries. Please bear with me. Anywho, so yes, that's how I recommend that. My next tip, it piggybacks off of the first one, drinking a lot of water and fruit juices, eating your fruits and green vegetables, because this one is, I recommend taking cranberry chews, like cranberry gummies. If A, you cannot afford to keep buying these little expensive jars of cranberry juice like every week, or B, you just simply don't like the taste, it's too bitter for you, or C, all of the above. So I recommend, oh, here they are. This is what I take sometimes. I still drink cranberry juice all the time, but say if I'm traveling or things like that, or I don't have access to the cranberry juice, or I'm just not in the mood to be breaking that bread like every week, I always have these, and these are chews and all of that, and they work very well, just like the cranberry juice. Of course, the juice is probably a little better, but this is high in real raw cranberries, and it's great for urinary health, vaginal health, UTI health, all of that. Oh yeah, and back to the cranberry chews, they're a lot cheaper. They're a lot cheaper. Like, this is a full month supply, and it costs like probably the same amount, if not less, the same amount, a little more, a little less than like one bottle of cranberry juice that would just last you for a few days. My next tip is make sure you use cotton pads. So if you still use pads and panty liners, you're not into the cups or things like that, make sure you use like natural cotton feminine sanitary products, because the other ones, you don't even know all the ingredients in them. And then if you do try to do your research, you'll see that there's craziness in there that is linked to cancers and hormonal disruptors, and can cause irritations and certain infections. So if you do still use tampons and pads and panty liners, make sure you opt for natural cotton ones. Okay, so my next tip is cut down or cut out dairy. So I know dairy is like bae for so many people. Cheese is like, it's literally addictive. So I'm not saying, you know, just be depressed your whole life and completely cut it out if it will make you super unhappy, but at least cut it down. Like, don't eat it every day, don't even eat it weekly, or if you do, make it just during like a day or two on the weekends. But cut dairy down, because dairy does nothing but disrupt your hormones, and it actually can, when you think about the way cheese smells, just let that sink in. You are what you eat. A lot of things come through your pores. So if you eat a lot of dairy, you eat more dairy than fruits and vegetables, that's what's going to be dominant, and that's what's going to make up your natural scent. And that scent comes out of your pores, it comes out of your vagina. So can the taste. So limit or cut out dairy if you do not want to smell or taste like dairy. I think that's the best way to put it. So my next one is wipe front to back. I have another video where I'm talking about that. I'm a huge advocate of wiping front to back. I had somebody comment and they say, I pat my flour, I don't even wipe it. That's cool too, but you know what I mean. Don't bring anything from the back to the front. Wipe front to back. That's pretty self-explanatory. It prevents a lot of infections, specifically VV. Wipe front to back. My next tip is back on the pads topic. It says make sure you change your pads and panty liners and tampons often to prevent odor, possible rashes, irritations, and infections. Just be on top of it, because a lot of people don't know. They'll like wear the same one all day, and that will definitely cause some problems, especially if you're using regular traditional tampons. You can keep that in too long, and that will cause TSS, toxic shock syndrome, and you can literally die from that. So make sure you stay on top of changing periodically. Like, just do it like all the time. Just keep changing it. My next tip is eat probiotic rich foods or take a probiotic supplement. That's basically, it's hot. Probiotic means it's good bacteria, so it's going to help balance your gut out, which will also help balance your vagina out. So it will prevent you from getting it gives you a high chance of preventing getting yeast infections and BV and things like that, because your defenses are high. You're putting good bacteria in your body, and you're kicking out a lot of the bad. My next tip is to use unscented, hypoallergenic, alcohol-free baby wipes. And me personally, I think that should be the only baby wipes that exist, because I don't understand why there's other baby wipes out here, the regular ones, and they're filled with fragrance and perfumes, and it's like, why would you even put that? It's like, why would you even put that on a baby's area? And I've said that before as well. So steer clear of the fragrance and alcohol and all that. So opt for natural, fragrance-free, hypoallergenic, alcohol-free baby wipes. They're actually somewhat better than using tissue, because tissue, if you wipe too hard, you could start irritating yourself, you could dry yourself out. The natural baby wipes actually cleanse you, unlike tissue where you just like wipe, and then if you had a bowel movement, it's not all the way cleansed. So baby wipes will actually clean you. So keep them. You can even keep like little packs of baby wipes in your purse. I actually get my baby wipes from the dollar store. They come in a green pack from Dollar General. It's in a green pack, and they're literally, they say like unscented, hypoallergenic, I believe alcohol free, fragrance free, all of that. I love them. Don't get me wrong, I still use toilet paper, but I keep those baby wipes in my bathroom. I keep the smaller size pack of them in my purse, on the go. They're just the move. They won't cause infections or anything. They're really good for keeping you clean. My other tip is always bathe, shower, things of that nature before and after sex. That can prevent certain like bacterial infections, like bacterial vaginosis, yeast infections, things like that. That'll really save a lot of time and help you out if you stay clean as possible before and after sex. Just every day in life, just stay clean as possible, you know. That brings me to another sex hygiene tip. Whenever you have sex, try your hardest to urinate after you have sex, because that also helps with flushing out your urethra, your kidneys, your bladder. It helps to prevent you from getting like UTIs. It's so common to get a UTI from having sex and you don't pee to flush out some of the mixture of your bacteria, his bacteria, your bacteria, her bacteria, whoever you're having sex with. Just make sure you pee after. So another tip is it's best to sleep at night without underwear. And if you feel uncomfortable, you feel like, oh my goodness, what if a spider crawls in my bed and bites me, or blah blah blah. If you're scary, I understand, then that means at least sleep with like baggy underwear. Like not baggy underwear, sleep with like baggy basketball shorts, or some boxer briefs or boxers, like some baggy sweatpants. Just if you're not feeling comfortable to sleep naked or bottomless, wear something baggy as your bottoms, because that will let your vagina breathe and just have some air and oxygen and just not be all cooped up. Because when it's just always trapped in like tight panties or swimsuits or thongs or G-strings and things like that, it can cause yeast infections because you're cutting off the oxygen, and when it cuts off the oxygen, that allows the good bacteria to die and the bad bacteria to turn up and party in your pants. Okay, so that's a tip. Sleep nude, bottomless, or in baggy bottoms to let her breathe. Okay, my next tip is never put soap inside your actual vagina. Soap is for the external area, the lips, things of that nature. And these tips go together. When you do cleanse your vagina, you should just be using water on like the actual inside, like water on the pink part, if you're gonna, because the inside is actually self-cleaning. And then if you want to use soap in that area, like your lips, and make sure it is unscented, hypoallergenic soap. So basically I'll be looking at like some baby type soap that says fragrance free, paraben free, hypoallergenic, meaning that it has no allergens in it. Make sure unscented is like a huge one, and that would just be for like the lips, like wherever you have hair or wherever you normally would have hair, if you get waxed or shaved, you know what I mean. Just never put soap inside your actual vaginal canal, because that would just cause so many problems and jack your whole life up. So soap is for external, not the inside of your vagina. Just use water and natural unscented soap, okay? And even with that natural unscented soap, don't put it inside your vagina. I hope I drove that message home. Here's another feminine hygiene tip. So when your period is over, once your period is coming to an end, I recommend taking an apple cider vinegar bath. I would say like half a cup of it in your bath and just soak in that. And that's basically going to help balance your pH out again, because during your period, blood is very alkaline and your vagina is naturally acidic. So you want to bring it back to the natural acid state. You want to clear or prevent any type of yeast or just imbalances that you had during your period. So I recommend taking a natural apple cider vinegar bath. So yeah, you just do like half a cup. You could do half a cup to a full cup. I only usually recommend a full cup of apple cider vinegar if you're using a full bath, like you're filling it up to the top. But if it's just a regular bath, I think half a cup is a good rule of thumb. And for the apple cider vinegar, you want to make sure it is the organic, natural apple cider vinegar, the one that has the mother in it. It'll always say it on the front with the mother, and the mother means it has like the natural minerals and healing properties floating around at the bottom of it. And it's always good to buy it, and that comes in a glass bottle. So yeah, take an apple cider vinegar bath. That's going to help balance you back, snap you back, all of that after having your period. And then my next tips would be for natural BV, bacterial vaginosis cures, and natural yeast infection cures. Click down in my description box and you'll see my natural cures for those. So that's some more, you know, pop-in vaginal health tips, how to cure your BV or cure your yeast infections naturally. Click on those links below in my description box. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that I have at least helped one person out. Please don't forget to give my video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell for notifications. I love you all. Please share my video, spread the word. Please just leave your comments, questions below, your suggestions. If you would like me to do like a Q&A, if you would like me to vlog more or talk about other health type videos, just let me know. I'm very receptive. I listen, I read everything, and I can't say enough I love you all. So thank you so much for watching my video, and I hope that this helps you to have a happy vagina, a healthy vagina, a great smelling vagina, and a vagina that tastes amazing. Bye.